Time for our roads to part. Greetings.
What's up, man? Yeah, I don't have, I've got work tonight. Although I have been playing this on the Steam Deck, which is the main reason I bought it. I was not going to buy this unless it worked on the deck. It does. Doesn't work too great, but it's playable. Probably doesn't hold up during endgame stuff, but I can just do that at home, so I don't really care too much. It's like SF6 World Tour. It's like unbearable on the it's unbearable on the Steam Deck. Just play it at home. It's like not that big a deal. Am I enjoying SF6? I'm actually liking it quite a bit. Just haven't been playing it on stream. I probably won't play this much on stream either. I have friends that want to play this, and my mom as well, so... It's not like I'm going to make any guides for this anyway. Just playing this to play it. I like Diablo 3. I know a lot of people didn't like that game, but I liked it. It's just it didn't have controller support on PC, so I was stuck with the Switch version. Came out hitting heavy with this one. Controller support, full controller support. I think they realize a lot of people like to play these games
Wouldn't have made it without you.
and not be chained to a mouse and keyboard all the time. It's like they finally figured that out. It only took them like how many years? So a lot of people wouldn't even touch Diablo 3.
Thank you.
Because it didn't have controller support. I was one of those people. Diablo 3 was a laughingstock when it came out. Error 37, and then the Real Money Auction House. Like, nobody liked it. This one seems a lot. Seems mostly better, but it's definitely not really a Musou game anymore. I'll tell that much. They really cut down the mob density a lot. So if you like the Musou aspect of the third game, you might not like this one. It's a lot of dead space. Nothing going on. I've seen the end game. There's a little bit more mob density, but I guess they're going for more like a character action game kind of thing, where there's like not like big clumps of enemies, but they're more threatening. Go ahead and grab the waypoint here. There we go.
I provide it.
SF6 is pretty fun. I haven't really touched the single player yet. I might do some of that tonight if I get tired of this. I know the servers were all messed up earlier, so... if that happens, I'll just switch over to that game or play something else. I might do some more of that Xillia 1. No boss burst mod. Maybe get that ready for a video. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying it so far. This game is just like other games I've played where the story is like the most boring part, so it's kind of hard to judge it. It's definitely a lot better than the third game was at launch, because that game was a hot mess. You could tell they did a lot of research, like what people liked and didn't like, things that people hated about the game, they kind of got rid of. Where's this person I'm supposed to talk to? Oh, maybe I have to do this first. Diablo 3 was just a meme when it came out, honestly. The game didn't work, and they tried to make it so you could... They tried to stop RMT with the auction house, but the problem is the drop rates were like gacha levels, like 1 in 10,000 to get anything, so... It made the game not fun to play, because the whole thing about Diablo is getting loot. It's like one of the original loot games. And when you try to make it so people can actually make real money.
It's locked.
Try to make it so people can make real money off the auction house. It ruins all aspects of the game, because you can't have too much stuff dropping, because then it would devalue it. It was a stupid idea. I can see why they tried it, because RMT in these games is always a problem. You know, they're never able to really beat the gold farmers, but the way that they tried to combat it, it fucked up the game. There were some people who made some good money off it. Some people made like a couple $100. But they just kind of, when they got rid of it, they fixed it like DFO, because that happened on DFO as well. They did an event where, I guess you could get like really high enhancements on your weapons, your gear and stuff. So people were spending like thousands of dollars and getting like plus 17 weapons and stuff, and like one-shotting everything. And it caused a lot of problems because people said that the game was pay to win. So the way that they fixed it was just doing like a bunch of power creep. That was how they fixed it. That's how they fixed it in DFO. It wasn't anywhere near as bad as the real money auction house, but it definitely was a stupid idea. So I guess they won't have to do that this time. Let's just make it so you can pay crazy money to get like broken, overpowered weapons and completely ruin the balance of the game. Great idea. What could possibly go wrong? People were spending thousands of dollars to clear all the content by themselves. That's what the problem is. What's up, Alvi? Yeah, I'm enjoying this so far, but it's definitely still the beginning of the game, so it's pretty boring. And I'm used to it. I've played a lot of games like this. So these games don't get fun until the end game. Alright. So I guess I gotta find some guy around here. A lot of people don't know about Kiri's Promise in DFO. It's one of the worst pay-to-win things to ever happen in an online game. I don't know what they were thinking. They were thinking money bags, of course, but somehow, like, nobody brought up the impact it would have on the game, and how they had to, like, immediately fast-track a whole level cap worth of power creep to stop it from ruining the game. Like, it doesn't matter how much it costs, enough people will do it. Enough people will spend like thousands, so you can't have that happen. Then it makes it so nobody will take a free player in a party. Why would you take a free player or somebody who's like a dolphin only spends like a couple bucks on the game a month, when you can take somebody who spent like 10K to have like the best gear? Pretty moronic. I don't think the real money auction house was ever that bad. I think it was mostly just that it sucked the fun out of the game because nothing was dropping. You can't have loot pinatas when everything that drops can make people real money. You can't have both. So one or the other. If you have a loot pinata, then you basically can't trade anything. Where am I supposed to take this chick? I don't know what the hell this chick wants. Let me see if I can track it. I don't know what the hell this chick wants. She needs to go away. Go find your own husband. Okay, I'm not seeing this guy. Can you just point him on the map so I can get back to playing?
My sweet
Oh, this guy.
Theodore,
There you go.
may
Yeah, I'm so
your
sorry.
bliss eternal.
I'll press F to pay respects.
Theodore?
What do you think happened?
Oh, heavens. No. No.
Such sights I have witnessed.
You need to start dating the playable characters. They're the only ones that can do anything in these games.
It's no surprise Fedor was drawn to me. But I have given only what was desired. His petty soul has been torn asunder by agony and ecstasy.
Shut up!
But his
Let me skip the conversation.
flesh is unyielding. You will not interfere.
Okay, you're gonna turn into a monster? There you go. How predictable. It's totally a Mega Man boss. The monologue was longer than the fight. Just like Mega Man when you one-shot them. The explosion's longer than the fight. That's what that was. We talked for like a full minute and then died instantly.
If it's a reward you want.
Alright, so how do I get this true potential thing? I haven't really watched anything. I watched a little bit on this game. Not a whole lot, though. Okay, so where am I supposed to go? Okay, well, we'll knock out this one. We'll knock out this one and then go up there. Seems like it's pretty important. I've only watched Endgame on this because it's the only part of these games that matters. The campaign is always boring. There's some nice quality of life in this, though. Like, the fact that you can skip, like, almost every cutscene. And I hear that, if you make an alt, it doesn't make you go through the campaign again, which is really nice. I get that they want people to interact with it once, but definitely would get tiresome. They're probably gonna have, like, 10 classes in this game eventually. It's nice to just, like, hey, you only had to do this once. That's the fun part of these games, is definitely not story. Alright, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Is it this? Alright, whatever. Okay, so I need to go up here. It's up there. Isn't the Summer Game Fest this week? I think it's either this week or next week, right? I know the 7th is when we're going to hear about the Dawn of the Monsters DLC, so I'm very excited for that. I might stream that if I'm up for it. I think it's pretty early in the morning. That's pretty exciting. I know I'll like that. Summer Game Fest might not have anything too great, but
Demands blood.
Needs time to recharge.
time. Out of energy. Needs time to recharge.
Oh yeah, definitely be a lot of no gameplay. Sure, that goes without saying. There might be something decent there. You never know. But we're getting info about the Dawn of the Monsters DLC this week, so that's enough for me. I'm happy with that.
Need more time.
Dawn of the Monsters is like one of the best tokusatsu games. It's just zero replay value in that game at all. So a lot of things about that game that just make it have no replay value. So seemingly they're fixing that. They haven't really said what's in it, but I mean that's really the only problem with that game. That, and I guess the bosses all just being in hyper armor, so the combo system's kind of pointless. But other than that, it's a pretty solid game. It was way better than I was expecting it to be, because those guys have never made a beat 'em up before, so I didn't have like super high expectations. But it ended up being one of my favorite games last year. What could they have for Resident Evil, though? Like, what could they possibly have? Like, the 4 remake just came out. I know some people said that Wesker is going to be in the Mercenaries mode. I don't know what else they could really have at this point. It might actually not be a bunch of Resident Evil. It probably will be somehow, but I don't really think they're in a position to announce anything else. I mean, the remake just came out like, what, 2 months ago? It's very recent. Came out in like April or March. It's probably going to be Exo Primal, and then the final Monster Hunter Rise update, and then like maybe like one surprise.
Who the hell are you?
I don't even think Dragon's Dogma 2 is anywhere near being ready either. They're not going to have like a demo for that or anything. It looked pretty early. Like, I don't think that game is coming until like maybe this time next year. So they might not have just Resident Evil Copium. They might get some actual variety. Yeah, but they hadn't made a beat 'em up before, so the fact that the game was so good is pretty
Safe journey.
pretty interesting.
Come back if you need work.
I think they just problem with Dawn of the Monsters is they just didn't realize that how important replay value is. The game has like no replay value. It's too long. It's too long to just turn on and play, but it's also too short because you get a lot of gear and stuff, and there's just like nothing to use it on. So I'm interested to see how they will fix that. I think if they just add like a roguelike one, which seems to be what we're gonna get this week, so they're gonna start talking about that. You know, maybe give you something to, like a roguelike mode with persistent upgrades. I think that would pretty much solve that game's problems. Give you something to do. But the combat is good, and there's a lot of characters, and the gear is fun. The gear is actually pretty interesting in that game. Like, they had different ways that you could play. It wasn't all just stat sticks, but there just wasn't anything to use it on. By the time you made a build, the game was over. So, I'm definitely excited to hear what they're going to show. I mean, they did the vote for the character, like, last year, so I don't know if they're going to shadow drop it. It's likely that they will,
Dead.
One of our new sisters.
it's likely that it'll come soon, like maybe like next month or something.
Blood everywhere, but only one stab wound.
Needs time to recharge.
Another rookie.
Can someone look up when the,
He saw it coming.
someone look up when the Summer Game Fest is? It's this week, right? I think it's this week.
Finished him off when he was down.
Kind of want to make sure I watch it.
Whoever it was.
I know I'm part of the problem watching that crap, but they generally do show at least like one thing I care about. Show 1,000 zombie games, but then there'll be like some random sick beat 'em up in there, or like a roguelike or something. I think it's this week, or is it next week?
Hold up. It's not just the killer we're after. The coin's
June
dangerous
8th.
too.
Okay,
It bears a hole.
so at
in
noon for me.
When you look through, it shows.
Okay, so Dawn of the Monsters DLC, and then Summer Game Fest might have some decent stuff coming out. Well, Dawn of the Monsters DLC I'll buy. If they don't give me a key for it, I'll buy it. And then next month is Double Dragon. It's like a month and a half away. I think it comes out on July 27th, so I'm very excited for that. I've never really worked with Modus games before, besides like one time, so I don't know if they'll give me a key. But I'll definitely be playing that. Looks really good so far, but they've barely shown any gameplay.
Don't have enough energy.
gotta say, for launch day, this game's working pretty damn well. They've had like maybe like 20 minutes of downtime, which for not throwing shade at Blizzard with like any online game on launch day is pretty impressive. Seems like that stress test they did last month was actually did something.
Out of energy.
I mean, this company's reputation is already in the toilet because of all the abuse allegations and stuff that go on there. And Overwatch 2, they canceled the PvE mode for that. So I guess they figured, hey, we can't screw this one up. We can't have Error 37 come back. So we're charging $70 for this. It's actually going to work at launch. I'm genuinely shocked. They've had like maybe half an hour of downtime, which for a game of this scope on launch day is pretty impressive. I'm like, yeah, like nobody likes your company anymore. I mean, I already hated them, but Diablo was one thing I could look past. I was not expecting this to work at launch. Although I'm hearing the downtime made some people lose their hardcore characters, but I never saw the appeal of hardcore. It's like, why would you want to play through all this again from level 1? Like, why don't you just do speedruns at that point? Like, especially when a lag spike can kill you. That's always been the thing with Diablo. The server will disconnect, or you'll hit a lag spike and your character just dies, and no fault of your own. I never understood the appeal of it. Like, just go play like a roguelike or something. Get permadeath there.
Need more time.
But it doesn't take like 100 hours of grinding. That's such a weird thing to me. I would not miss it if it was gone. I never saw the appeal of it myself. But a lot of people swear by it. It's the only way they play these games. I'm like, man, just play a roguelike. Same experience. Not as much of a time sink.
Needs time to recharge.
People always cheat hardcore in these games anyway.
You're a saint.
They just Alt F4. That's how it worked in Ragnarok Online. It's just Alt F4. Alt F4 when you're about to die, and then go back in and your character will be in the same spot.
Need more time.
Bless you.
That was how bots in Ragnarok Online worked, is they would... if they were about to die, they would Alt F4.
Need more time.
couldn't have made it without you. Irana got the coin, but it messed up my head. I saw worms. Dig the coin.
Where is it, sister?
No. No! It's mine! You won't take it from me!
Need more time.
Irana, I tried to kill myself. Stop this fight from ever happening.
For all the good it did, you were a fighter to the last.
You taught me well.
What a waste. You and me.
Oh wow, they brought the combo points back. That's pretty cool. I hope they put the monk in this. It actually really pisses me off that they don't have the monk. The monk would be a lot of fun to play in this for sure. Hey, they got battle passes and shit in this game now, so sure they can fund more development. That was a little bit of a clown fiesta there. Tokusatsu level explosions. Couldn't quite gather my bearings. Okay, so what does this combo points thing do? Oh, you get an attack speed bonus, huh? Am I supposed to still be in here, or what? Sometimes it's like not always clear. You're supposed to just use a Pokemon escape rope to get out, or what?
Low on energy. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Don't have enough energy. Need more time. Need more time. Needs time to recharge. I need more time. Need more time. Out of energy. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Need more time. I'm not ready.
Okay, now I can just, Pokemon Escape Road out, I think. How do I do that again? I don't remember. There you go. I'm guessing I should continue the story. I'm guessing I should continue the story. It's nice how you're not completely bound to it. It's pretty cool. You can actually just go around and roam. Definitely makes this a little bit different than usual. passing. They sexually reproduce right by you. And you're trying to get out. Should probably go disassemble some of this stuff.
You can take what's left.
Let's see what else. Anything good in here? How do you like... Oh, I guess you can just mark stuff as junk, huh? That's how you do it in this game. Definitely could give you more inventory space. I don't know why they're so afraid to do that. It's always the worst thing about these Diablo games. Like, nah, you just never have space for anything.
Come back if you need work.
Remember when people would put... They would put items in the Herodric Cube just to have an extra 9 slots. The cube was like used more for that than anything else. Like, yeah, just use the cube as a little backpack. Honestly surprised they're not selling, honestly surprised they're not selling storage space. I wouldn't put it past them to do that.
If you've got the makings, I can mix it.
I guess I'll do the story now. You gotta get to level 20 to, I guess, socket stuff, so, yeah, seems like the next best course of action. Much as I don't like doing the story. It's only 2.5 more levels. Yeah, let's Oh, actually, I should do this, huh?
As I'm sure I can take common turns.
Ah, here we go.
Father bless. No witchcraft here, only honest magics.
Strangers in the camp.
I'll explain on the way. Rothma's description of the ritual was difficult to understand, and the notes weren't much better. I think I know how to talk with my mother again. The breeze, coming from the Black Lake. Do you feel it? Let's hurry.
Neyrelle. I'm on the right trail. She was here.
You are the last visitor to my sanctum. Though... It started in dreams. I saw shattered images of the end of Sanctuary.
I need to destroy the tumors to go any further.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's allergy season. I think I'm gonna switch to Street Fighter a little bit. See if anyone wants to play. Probably won't stream this too much though. Mostly just to play with friends. My mom wants to play as well, and I got it working on the deck, so I don't feel inclined to show everything I do on this. People already like got to like the cap because they did like a 2-week embargo, so, and I'm like not really an expert on these games. I did play a lot of Diablo 2 when I was in high school. 3 I did like maybe 70-80 hours of that game, not much. Three I kind of wanted to play, but there was no controller support, so I didn't play it until it came out on Switch. But this one, they're taking it seriously. Like, yeah, you don't really need the precision of a keyboard and mouse to play these kinds of games. It's a lot easier on the hands too. A lot less hand movement playing this than a keyboard and mouse. So for hand health, better overall. I think. It's not like the difference between an FPS on keyboard and mouse and controller. Works completely fine. I guess they just did want to retrofit it into Diablo 3, which is weird because they changed a lot of this way that stuff worked in Diablo 3 for the controller. Like they added a dodge and everything.
Oh, you refuse to give me the key. You stand in the way of the Savior, of the Holy Planet. All you must understand is once I am victorious in hell, the Hive.
Curse this place. I'm being followed.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
boss fights in this game are really good. I'm actually shocked. The hitboxes feel really good. You know, a lot of action RPGs, the hitboxes are like a suggestion. You can like be over to the side and you still get hit. That's definitely my biggest observation about this game, is that it feels like you can actually dodge the attacks, which I think is a huge improvement. That's what people hate about tab target MMOs, is like you can't really dodge stuff unless it's got a radius on the ground. It actually really does feel like I was able to dodge those attacks.
You didn't need that armor to prove
It's
your
definitely
worth,
far more
friend.
interesting that way. I think that's why a lot of the clones of these games are like not really that great either, because the hitboxes are random.
Give me the key to hell. I will not ask again.
That was a good boss fight. I really liked that. I hope there's more boss fights like that. It was really fun. Felt like I had to actually pay attention and not just hold the button down. What am I supposed to do now? Well, I'm definitely not walking all the way back, if that's what you want me to do. Do I really have to walk all the way back? Please, no. I don't want to walk back. Oh, maybe there's something over here. Give me a teleporter. Guy walks too slow. I'm not walking all the way back. Fuck, man. I just want this campaign to be over. It should be over already. It's been like 6 hours. You're not gonna give me any teleporter, are you? What does it want me to do? I killed the guy. I'm not walking all the way back there. You're out of your damn mind. This chick needs to show up over here already. Alright. Am I done or what? It won't let me fucking leave. Why? Why can I not leave? This guy needs to run at like triple the speed. It's too slow. It's like Axel in Streets 4. It just walks. You really gonna make me walk all the way back? Are you fucking kidding me? Why? Oh, the game is lagging right now. That's probably not helping. Servers are getting banged right now. Might be time to switch games here. I hope I can at least finish this quest before it boots me off. It's not letting me leave. Characters doing instant transmission like Goku. Oh yeah, those are some monster stutters. I know that's not my internet, because my stream is still up. I just, everybody's getting off work. Kids are in bed. Dinner's been eaten. The server's just, cracking under the pressure. Let's see if we can finish this, and maybe I'll go ahead and hop over to, either Tales or Street Fighter. Watch, as soon as I leave this instance, it's probably going to kick me out. Oh, man. Epic server lagging music. understand the point of having to walk back. Dude, I'm not walking all the way back there. This chick needs to be over there already. Thank you. I'm not walking all the way back. Seriously, if they sold a $5, like, triple run speed microtransaction, I would buy it in a heartbeat. Like, I'll accept that. Oh man, this is a hot mess. It's freaking out right now. The instability. See if I can at least finish this quest before it craps itself farther. Oh man, look at that stutter. It's like Wild Hearts up in here. He's trying his hardest to finish this quest, but the powers that be do not want him to do so. Every time he goes forward 3 steps, he gets pushed back.
Vigo.
Nera.
Well, I completed Act 1. Nice. Yeah, that boss was awesome. I hope there's more boss fights of that quality. Let me see if I have any more of those aspect things. Nah, I've only got one. Let me see. What else would be good to have? I probably can't even access a lot of these yet. A lot of this is progress campaign. Is the server all right now? Or is it gonna kick me off? If it starts lagging like that again, I'm not playing this anymore tonight. Over it.
Meros. Knight's blessing. If you have needs, check in with the watchtower.
I'm looking for Haran.
He's upstairs.
Dad, I need to be out in the field with the other knights. Why the rush, my boy? You know,
Come on, let me talk to the guy. Shut up.
Tomes. Stay here, and we can go through them together. I can take some.
Alright, I get it. Let me play.
We have a visitor.
Yeah, let me talk so I can go back to playing.
This discussion.
Because I'm just gonna skip the cutscene. I'm gonna care about the story. I'm a DFO refugee. I skip the story even more than every other time I play a game. I feel like DFO is way worse about it though, because they have the potions that give you more experience and drops and stuff, and it expires while you're in town. So it means that nobody's going to read the story. It's completely wasteful to do so. They still have not fixed that. The game's been like that for like 15 years. If you want people to care about the story, then maybe the potion shouldn't go down unless you're in combat. But nope.
Look at
You can't honestly expect anybody to read all that stuff when you have something in the game telling you you need to go fast and keep grinding. Because the potion duration is going down constantly. It's like, nope. Here, read these 10 paragraphs. You might actually be interested in, but the game does everything in its power to make you not want to read it. I've never understood that aspect of DFO. It makes no sense. Why have a story at all if you're going to punish people for reading it? People should be able to read it if they want to. But like, everything about how the game is structured does not encourage reading it.
A signal hole.
Goatmen. The attack on the...
Alright, you gonna show me where to go? I have the thing Mac. Where do I go? What is it wanting me to do now? Oh, I guess go this way. I don't even know why they have mounts. Like, just give me a sprint button. It's like the difference between how much better it is in Muso games when they just give you a sprint versus when they make you go on a horse. like One Piece and Berserk and Arslan, like those games. Like, yeah, you can just sprint. There's no horse. There's no mount. And, like, the game flows so much better. Like, these guys already put, like, crazy items and shit on them. Like, just make it so they sprint. The horse is pointless. The only good implementation of a horse in the game I played was
Wood will bend
Orochi
like grass
4,
in the wind
because
when the spirits
it just
arrive.
teleports to you.
Physical
You
barriers
teleport
are
onto it and you
not
just get off
enough.
instantly. Actually felt really good. I haven't really seen too many other games do horseback as good as that game. I hear the horse is like really clunky.
The roads are...
I don't have it unlocked yet though. Like, dude, just give my guy a sprint button. That's all that's needed. Everything else is pointless. The dude should be able to just go fast. Especially old Muso games, like the ones before Dynasty Warriors 8,
You look like someone who's seen the world.
where it was like a struggle to even get back on the horse. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather my guy just run fast.
My father. You've seen how
If you're gonna make it like not fun to actually engage with the horseback mechanics. I'm sure they'll tweak it. Remember how many times I've died because I can't get back on the horse in like a PS2 Muso game. You like push the button and your character just jumps instead of getting back on the horse.
bodies over there. I recognize these people. What could have done this to them? Below. There should be a path to the east that will lead us there. That's the entrance to the cairns ahead. Wait, why is the passage blocked?
Because you're an idiot. Totally listening to what she had to say, by the way. Shit's getting skipped.
It worked. Something's rousing the spirits from their rest. We should make haste within. Here as well. Yet, Erida's absence filled me greater concern. This chamber is just how my father described it.
You've never been here?
Only through the stories he told. Erida would not...
Time to recharge.
Oh, you can only have one. Huh. Well, I like the combo point one.
Leydal Hal el Oskal. That did it. Maybe this will ease the dead. It's a start, at least. Demonic markings.
Lilith's been here.
Something's written on the altar. By stone and...
The weak perish. All us forgotten.
Wait! We...
Come on, shut up, man.
Need more time.
I don't care, man. Stop talking so I can keep playing.
Erida would never stand for
I
it.
really don't care.
Oh, something has happened to her.
You don't know that.
At least they don't. At least it's not an escort mission. That would make people hate the campaign of these games even more. The itemization is a lot better in this game for sure. You can actually make builds before endgame, which I think is a really big improvement. other games like this. It's like the biggest problem with like DFO and closers, those kinds of games. It's just like nothing matters until the end game. There's actually been some semblance of challenge and itemization and stuff, even though I'm not at the end. Feels quite a bit better than a lot of other stuff like this I've played, for sure. Could tell that they really tried to fix common complaints with these kinds of games. Nothing matters until you stop getting experience. Which just makes the campaign feel pointless. It definitely does feel like you get a lot of stuff introduced that you can actually customize quite a bit even though you're not at the end, which is a huge improvement. And DFO leveling used to be fun, but then they made it so you just one-shot everything. So you get to the end of the game and you don't know how to play, for one. And it just feels like you might as well just make you level 100. Like the boss fights in this have felt really good so far. You actually have to pay attention. It's not brain dead. And it feels like the decisions I'm making actually mean something, even though I'm like not even halfway to level cap. You can see why people are praising this game. I'm like not an expert on action RPGs, but I've played a lot of like action MMOs and stuff, and they all have the same problem.
Return to the worms.
The game doesn't start until you get all the you max out the experience.
Did you think we'd so
and nothing else you do matters, and there's no challenge.
How did you find your way
It
up
feels
here?
like they found a really good balance here. It's pretty shocking.
Through them. Mighty brave.
Lost Ark is like that too.
And mighty
Just like nothing matters until you get to the end game.
Erida came
And the campaign is like too long, so you get frustrated.
To leave them undefended.
Because the only thing that matters is capping. I think DFO is the worst, though. That kind of game, for sure. Like, yeah, if we're just gonna make it so you one-shot everything, so it's not even a fun beat-em-up, because there's no challenge. You don't know how to play the game. You can't learn when you one-shot everything. Like, everything you pick up is pointless. I like the little aspects you get. Really cool. They get side quests. And like those are going to be permanently relevant if you want to change your build.
Fog is thinning now. I should check on Yorin.
roads are clear now. We need to get to Braystack. It's safer there.
We've lasted this long and survived.
Yeah, but it feels like the decisions you make in this actually mean something now.
Braced it.
You're actually getting stuff that like matters for the end game while you're playing, instead of just getting straight to the level cap. Which is a problem in a lot of action RPGs. Just like, nothing you do matters until you get to the cap. I think that they've really fixed some long-standing issues with these kinds of games with this. So far, anyway. Like, that's why people think DFO leveling is pointless now, because they've made it so easy that you just face roll everything. But then, like, the end game isn't really fun either, so... You're not challenged at all until you get to the end. This has actually felt really challenging. The boss fights have been, like, really good, too. Well, this game lets you skip the campaign from what I hear, once you do it once, which I would definitely do, but I don't like any of the other characters. I'm only gonna play this one. Like Closers, I used to play that game, same problem. Nothing matters until the end game. And they just kept making it easier and easier to the point where you just like push one button and they die. I'm not on the hardest difficulty for this, but it still feels challenging. I'm not like completely face rolling.
You are already strong. Come forward.
hand?
Alright, I'm gonna play something else.
Some of our fight.
Take a break from this. I gained like 20 levels today. That's enough. Well, 21. Surprised it didn't kick me off, honestly. I thought it was gonna do that earlier. It was like stuttering like crazy, but then it fixed itself. I'm genuinely shocked. Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna see what's going on. Street Fighter. Switch games. Definitely one of the better better online game launches I've been a part of. They must have realized their PR is in the dumpster already because of all the abuse and assault allegations and stuff in their company, and then giving up on doing the Overwatch PvE, which a lot of people are looking forward to. Because people like Overwatch and the characters, but they hate playing Overwatch. Because you get yelled at by 8-year-olds. It's an actively miserable experience. Like, yeah, we can't screw up Diablo. We gotta make sure this actually works. I mean, the fact that I just played it for a few hours and had no problems on launch day is pretty impressive. They were smart enough to not do a, Switch version too. I'm sure that's helping things. They didn't try to pull some stunt like a cloud version of Diablo 4. I'm sure they thought of it, but I guess they determined that was not worth doing. Like, yeah, the servers are already pretty hammered as it is. I can't imagine playing that on cloud.
Street Fighter 6. Fighting round. Online. Ready, match. Comes a new challenger.
The pleasure is mine.
Round 1. Fight. Kimberly wins! Here comes a new challenger!
Hello? You okay, video game? You need to talk? Sometimes it like takes a really long time to just sync you with the other person.
Don't disappoint me.
Round 2. Fight!
Time to train. Don't fall down yet. In my world, we're all
Fight round! Fight!
Damn it, I hate that. I hate the easy inputs in this game. Sucks, man. Didn't want to do that. I hate the inputs too easy. Lost because of that. Do it. Make the inputs so easy that you get stuff you don't want. Pisses me off, man. But they have to make it so easy. It's like if you do like quarter circle forward like 10 seconds apart from each other, it does stupid super instead.
Round 1. Fight!
You need an option to turn that off. I already have the modern controls. Don't need more.
Don't fall down yet.
Round 2. Fight!
It happened to him too. Two-way street, buddy. I could tell he did not mean to do that. Yeah, they made the inputs like really easy in this game. Sometimes it's like works against you. I really don't think he meant to do that. Oh, like that.
Come on. It's time to train.
Oh well. flops. Oh, that was pretty sick.
Final round. Fight!
Comeback. Hell yeah.
Kimberly wins.
Yeah, sure, let's go again. He's really good. Nice. That's cool. I didn't waste my meter. It's all good.
Round 2. Fight!
Don't fall down yet.
Nice.
Come on. It's time to train.
Jamie wins! Here comes a new challenger! Round 1. Fight! Round 2. wins! Round 1. Fight!
Nice.
Round 2. Fight! Kimberly wins! Here comes a new challenger!
Guy again. I don't remember his name.
Round 1. Fight!
messed up his punish. Got chipped.
Of course.
Round 2. Fight!
It's over. Nice.
Jamie wins! Round 1. Fight!
That was meticulously planned there. Good stuff. No! Damn easy supers. That cost me the match. Gotta love it. GG's. I wish he could like remap the level 3. I've lost so many matches because of that. Like, dude, there's already modern controls that remove like all the motions already. Can you like not make the buffering so easy? Maybe? So that doesn't keep happening? It really pisses me off. I wish he could like make the buffering less strict. Less loose like that. That cost me the match. I probably could have won that. I could have turned that around. I like the mechanics in this. It's like the first time I've liked Street Fighter in a long time, so I don't know what to tell you other than that. The last Street Fighter I played a lot of was 3. Quite a while ago. I didn't play 4 at all. I didn't play 5 either. I played 4 a little bit, actually. 5 I didn't even touch. 5 was just a joke. You can tell they're not fucking around with this game, for sure. It deserves its success. Not every game deserves its success, but this game does. They really listened. You know, they got single-player content, they have good netcode. The social features are nice. Not everybody plays the same character the same way anymore, which is really good. That was a problem in 5. 5 was so esports heavy that it just got boring to watch, let alone play. This game, it feels like you can really make your own playstyle again, which is really cool. It hasn't been like that since 4. I think this game's gonna be the standard for fighting games now. It's having rollback, crossplay, actual single-player content. You know, things for people to do that don't involve like super hardcore play. It's feeling like it's worth $60. So I've been burnt on a lot of fighting games lately. DNF Duel. I like playing that game, but it's just for $50. It's a trash deal. It really is. There's no single player content. The player base is already dead. Even before this game came out, it was already a big ask to pay for that full price. I think this game is good for the genre. You can tell that they've been working on this for a while, because Street Fighter V kind of had a pretty sad death, honestly. Kind of tapered off really fast. Oh, nice. I don't know how to fight this dude. That was pretty sick. Whatever move that is.
Round 2. Fight! Marisa wins!
What's good, Gaijin? How you doing? I like just answered that question, but I'll answer it again. One of the first fighting games in a long time to be worth $60. Fighting games have been kind of a joke lately. How much they ask for them, they have like no content. They were fucking around with this game, man. I think they fixed like pretty much everything that was wrong with 5. Just how boring it was to play, and bad deck code, no content at launch. This game fixed like everything that was wrong with that game. Yeah, the game is like it's moving record amounts of copies too. That's what's funny about it. It's not like people stop liking fighting games because of like battle royales and stuff. It's just they're such a shit deal. Most of them are not worth the money that they want you to pay. Some people don't like the World Tour mode, but it's very good that it's there. Not everybody plays these games just to do PvP.
Kimberly wins!
From what I understand, the netcode issues with 5, it was a problem that came from basically fucking up the netcode implementation at the start, and they couldn't fix it. It was impossible to fix.
Here comes a new challenger!
I'm ready.
Yeah, this game feels like a direct response to how bad of a product 5 was, especially at launch. 5 did get better over time, but 5's launch was just a joke. They didn't even have an arcade mode at launch. How insane is that, man? Like, I've been playing Street Fighter on and off since I was like 6 years old. They had an arcade mode in like the SNES version 30 years ago. How the hell did 5 launch without an arcade mode? That's just insane. That's like basic functionality for a fighting game. How do you not have that? It's not even like gamers being entitled. It's like, dude, there were games 30 years ago that had arcade mode at launch. There's no excuse for it. It's like literally how fighting games work when you don't have people to play with. Well, people got bored of 5 for a number of reasons. The gameplay didn't really let you have your own style, like your own play style. The netcode for one, how long it took them to punish rage quitters, really turned a lot of people off too. And the game was overstreamed. It was at like every major, every month. People got tired of watching it too. That stuff matters way more than you think. GG's.
Lily wins!
Round 1. Still learning how to fight the new characters. Made such a big deal out of 5 too. That was the other problem with 5 was marketing sucked. Like, oh, you can be an esports pro. I'm like, no, you can't. Be realistic. I mean, they are doing that with this game too. The whole 1 million prize points. It's getting a lot of people to buy for the game. A lot of people are falling for it. It's just the difference is this is actually a good game outside of that. So, I'm sure they've sold a lot of copies because people fall for marketing ploys like that. But realistically, statistically, you're not going to see any of that money. But I think the important thing is people will stick around because there's actually stuff to do in this game besides just PvP.
Lily wins!
I think the problem with 5 is they pushed the esports so hard and they had like nothing else in the game at all. So I think people caught on really fast. Like, yeah, I mean, the $1 million they're promising for this game is just going to go to the same 8 people again. Maybe there'll be like 1 or 2 new people. It'll probably be a success story of like 1 person. It's going to be the same people. The difference is there's an actual game that you're buying and not just an esports marketing ploy, which is kind of what Street Fighter V was at the launch. I didn't fall for that shit. I didn't buy it. Give me something worth $60 and maybe I'll buy it. I'm not gonna buy it for the hopes of getting a sponsorship. I don't want to play that anymore tonight. My gameplay quality is in the shitter. We're gonna try something else to wind down tonight. I want to try that Zelia one, no boss burst patch a little bit more before I hop off for tonight. That sounds fun. I think mentally I just can't do I can't do PvP right now. I'm actually pretty tired. It's definitely underrated fighting game ability that doesn't involve even playing the game. It's just like know when to stop. Sometimes people play like really long sessions and they notice they're playing worse and they get more and more tilted. I've been doing it long enough. I'm like, yeah, if I keep losing like that, I just turn it off. I'm not even angry. I'm just like, yeah, I just can't do this right now. Like, I'm incapable of capable of it right now. Try again later. Now, from what I understand about Street Fighter V, is like they had to put it out when they did because they were losing money. I mean, at the time that 5 was announced, Capcom was just coming out of... Hold on. As I was saying, when 5 was announced, they were just coming out of all those crappy Western reboots that they did, like Bionic Commando and Dark Void, the DMC reboot. I think they were really hurting for money. Because like the only like Western game that they did that did well was pretty much just the DMC reboot. So I think they were kind of hurting for cash. Also, Resident Evil 6 was like insanely expensive to make. I think it actually did end up making money, but they put like that game was like one of the most expensive games of the time. So I think by the time that 5 came out, they're like, no, we need to put this out now and get some money back. The problem is that it felt like it was early access. It didn't feel worth $60. It didn't even have like basic stuff that like 16-bit fighting games had like 20 years prior. And it really bit them in the ass because they had to work hard to get that game's public image up. It was very difficult. I think the main thing that helped them is people kept playing it because they wanted to make money. It's gonna work or what? I really need to get a new controller. I think this one's dying. Let me give this one more shot. I think the port on this thing is giving out. I wonder how long they were working on Street Fighter 6, because the amount of content that game has at launch is honestly pretty impressive. The roster's still a little bit small, I would say, with only 18 characters, but I think it makes up for it, because it's actually got other stuff to it besides just PvP. Marcy, I actually really liked Marvel Infinite. I know the popular opinion of that game is that it sucked, but that was actually my second favorite fighting game last gen. Battle for the Grid was my favorite, but Marvel Infinite was a close second. It's just it had like no post-launch support. It had like 6 months of post-launch support, and that's what made me stop playing. I actually really liked that game. As a tag combo enthusiast, I picked it up really fast. I was actually pretty good at it. I just stopped because everyone else did, and it didn't even get into Evo its first year. So that totally killed its popularity right there. The netcode was quite good. It had a story mode. As much as people meme about it, it had a decent amount of single-player content. For a fighting game, at least. It felt relatively worth the asking price compared to other stuff. It's just there were a number of factors that killed that game. First was Chun and Dante's face being all jacked up. Really made the public perception of it really bad. And then the roster sucked. The roster drove a lot of people away because most of the characters that were like the identity of Marvel vs. Capcom are not there. And they straight up lied in the marketing as well. They said that there was going to be like multiple seasons, and there wasn't. There was only one. They added 6 characters and then they stopped. So, I don't really feel too bad that it failed, but I actually really did enjoy playing it. It was a fun game. I feel like if they had stuck with it, they could have made it, like, a lot better. It definitely has its faults, even outside of the roster. Mostly just... the gem system felt really half-baked. How, like... most of them aren't very good. I think that was, like, the main issue. Those are things that they could have fixed, but it got, like, 8 months of post-launch support, so... just kinda doomed to fail, if you ask me. I think Marvel Infinite was just fucked from the start, just because they had no intention of actually supporting it, and there were so many bullshit policies they had to pretty much even make that game. I know Disney was like super strict on like who you could include, and the way that they had to be portrayed was like super anal, so I think they did a pretty good job with what limitations they had, but main problem with Marvel Infinite was just not sticking with it. It's hard to get people to take the game seriously when they do one prize pool tournament for it, and then it doesn't even make EVO the same year it comes out. And the game came out at the beginning of the year too, so that wasn't even an aspect. It's just like, nope, it didn't even get one EVO. As much as people like to downplay the importance of EVO in a fighting game's lifespan, it definitely does matter. I'm hoping that the rumors that there's going to be a new Marvel are true. I hope that they don't scrap the mechanics from Infinite. I actually found them to be really fun. It just needed to be refined more, but it never got the post-launch support it needed. It was fun. I actually really enjoyed playing it. How sad is it that Battle for the Grid got like 10 times the support that that Marvel Infinite did? It's like, such a bigger franchise. Marvel is huge now. Like, the Power Rangers game actually had post-launch support that made it worth playing for years. Marvel Infinite got like 6 months barely. That's pretty sad, honestly. How does that happen? And that game had better netcode than everything else that was out at the time, too. That's the other pathetic part about Battle for the Grid. The netcode in that game was super good. Like, veteran Japanese developers are gonna get bodied by a Power Rangers game made in LA. How sad is that? That was the state of the fighting game community before Street Fighter 6 dropped. Power Rangers game is like better than big name franchises.
ミラ、余剰石4つ揃ったよ。手間をかけたな。では村の奥の社に向かおう。
将来。
戦いは好きじゃないけど。壁を。
また強い。
Marvel Infinite was I actually really enjoyed that game. It's just the problems it has are too hard to ignore. And it's just made worse by the fact that if they had stuck with it, they could have fixed those problems. People really understate how much they lied about that. They lied that game too. They said that there was going to be like support for a long time. That's why it's supposed to be called Marvel Infinite. There were supposed to be more seasons, but that never happened. Basically, in corporate speak, the marketing for that game is pretty much like, we know our roster is garbage, and the legacy of the franchise is pretty much being ignored in exchange for marketing the movies. But we're gonna add more guys, more characters later. Problem is that didn't happen. So you're stuck with a roster that just has characters that people don't like. People like them, you know, people that watch the movies like them, but people that play the games felt cheated because, like, you know, the X-Men are gone. Even the Capcom side of the roster, which is completely independent from all the restrictions they have with the Marvel characters, was like really lackluster too. I don't think anybody really wanted Arthur to come back. I'm sorry. Arthur is very important to the legacy of video games, but I don't think anybody was really begging for him to come back. Or like Nemesis either. How many people really wanted Nemesis to come back? I'll tell you why they were there, is because they were recycling assets. That's the only reason why they were there. I think with that game, you would have at least expected the Capcom side of the roster to be like more interesting. Best thing about the Capcom side was having the Monster Hunter was really cool in the DLC. She was awesome. Sigma and Yetta were like probably the coolest ads that they had. Like, it was really cool to have, like, Sigma playable in a fighting game. That's fucking awesome. Yetta as well. Like, they did a really good job with him. It's like, where was that energy for the rest of the roster? Like, no one wants Arthur to come back, or Nemesis. They're like bottom of the barrel. Bottom of the barrel ads for most people, I would imagine. I'm sure some people would disagree, but, A lot of people were pretty disappointed. Well, Nathan's interesting, is people actually really liked... They liked Nathan in Marvel 3. It's just... They were forced to, make him the reboot one, and nobody likes the reboot Spencer. You know, Bionic Commando is one of the least active, Capcom franchises, so... A lot of people didn't even know who that character was. People grew to like him because the moveset that they gave him was awesome. And he was a pretty viable character in competitive play, but... I think that's the only reason he made it in Infinite. It's just Arthur's a question mark. Because Arthur was not viable in competitive play, and no one really liked playing as him. It's like, you think that they would choose literally anybody else over him. It's not the kind of character that you think of when you think of, like, an ad that you really want to come back. I heard there was a rumor that there was supposed to be, Basara characters in Marvel Infinite. I heard a number of rumors. I guess there was like a leaked list that actually had some credibility to it. Apparently, like... Apparently, like, Basara characters were supposed to be in it at some point. I guess if they had gotten past the first season. Like, they would have done that to get around the fact that they can't have X-Men.
アルビンは一緒ではなかったのか?
I don't know how I would have felt about Basara characters being in the game anyway. I think I probably would have been pretty pissed off, honestly. Actually pretty conflicted. If that had come to pass, I'm not sure I would have liked it. Leaning towards no. Because by the time that Marvel Infinite came out, the Basara franchise is pretty much already dead. I don't know if a lot would have come out of that. Maybe they would have seen it as like a Hail Mary to like maybe get more games approved or something, but I don't know. I kind of doubt it. I just hope Marvel 4, I hope it's not just Marvel 3 again. I hope they actually expand upon Infinite. The main problem with the Infinite gameplay was mostly just that the gems were really poorly balanced. There weren't very many good ones. You either had to build a team completely around it. There definitely was some creativity to be had, but I think the main problem was just that the Space Gem was so much better than everything else. The Space Jump basically just made it so you force people to block. And that game had crazy mix-ups because of the active switch mechanic. But then, like, the time gem did, like, nothing. It was so aggressively balanced. He tried to use it, it just did crap damage. People had success with the other ones for sure, but towards the end of its lifespan, it was pretty much everybody was just using space. The space was basically like, yeah, it doesn't do any damage by itself. It's just, you force somebody to block for 10 seconds in a game that has crazy mix-ups. So even if you were doing like basic combos, you were still doing a lot of damage. A lot of people did like Chris, Alvi. They did like Chris.